everybody. Can you guess what's new about me? Come on, just guess. I mean, I can tell you guys, but I feel like I would ruin the surprise. Just kidding. Okay, I got my hair done today. I think I talked about it last video, or if I didn't upload it, then I did talk about it, and I was gonna get my hair blonde. And it's I mean, it's blonde. It's definitely blonde. The only reason, like I said, for me to like dye my hair, okay, don't mind this because I have my hair up in a bun and I was like doing like a body shower instead of like a hair shower because that man scrubbed the fuck out of my hair. So I'm like, okay. But anyways, yeah, it looks gross right now, but it looked better before, okay? It looked better before, just trust me on that. And so yeah, the only thing I really wanted done was my roots. Because I hate it when my roots grow out to that like annoying length where when you push it behind your ears, it's like all your roots showing and then like the dyed parts of your hair. I think that's like the most, it's not ugly on other people, but it's ugly on me personally. That's a personal design choice that I do not like on me, so that's, yeah. And even then, I usually don't like styles where my roots are showing, but like I feel like a lot of the hairstyles that I have been like doing have like my roots. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like a lot of like the like even like in my dyed hair sometimes like with my orange you could still like he did like a natural root, which I was like okay with, but I think like generally I'm not a big fan of my roots showing just because of the principle of it. Like I want to come off as like a fake blonde, okay, and it comes off as fake blonde and that's what I want. And so I've been a little bit narcissistic today and I've been looking myself in the mirror quite a bit. But yeah. So yeah, that's what I did today. I just went to my hair appointment, did this and that, and just had, I don't know, I had a lot of fun talking to my hairdresser. We talked a lot about fragrances, because turns out he's also a big like frag head, and so it's been really fun. It was really fun talking to him about that, and then we just caught up and stuff, and then I have to see him again next in like February, to like touch up some banding because Jesus Lord, is my Asian hair so fucking hard to like lift. So we're gonna have to fix that, but right now I'm like pleased with the results. So yes. Anyways, that's not the topic I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to, I mean, it's my channel. I get to talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about, so whatever. Anyways, so basically I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about my, I don't want to say it's like a lying problem because I don't think it's a problem. I just think it's like something I probably shouldn't do as much as I probably should. I mean, it's like, it's not like a bad thing. Like I've never considered it to be something that's like hindering my lifestyle by any means, but like at the same time, it's like I probably should like be a better person. Well, not a better person, but like be someone who's a little bit more truthful because I find myself like not lying, but like holding back information like a lot. Like okay, I'll give you an example. Okay, so the other day like literally 2 days ago, I was going out to go shopping for my mom's birthday present. And so first I went into Nordstrom because that was where I parked into like the Nordstrom, so I just walked in there. And then I was like, okay, whatever. And I was just like fucking sampling shit in there because I have not been in a Nordstrom in fucking forever. And I was like, wow, their like collection is actually pretty like vast. So, shit, I'll just check it out. And then I ended up like going with the most basic fucking option, which was Black Opium. I think it was the EDP. I don't know. I think it might have been EDP. I don't fucking remember. But anyways, I ended up with getting Black Opium because it's like a fairly versatile scent. And I think my mom would like it. If she doesn't, then I mean, I have the receipt. No, not really, because I'll tell you more as it goes. But anyways, yeah, so I purchased it and it was like 140 and I was like, holy shit, because I thought it was gonna be like 100. So I was like, what the fuck? But I wasn't like gonna be like, oh shit, that's a lot of money, like cancel that, because like it was already gone through. So I was like, okay. Anyways, but yeah, so I bought that at Nordstrom and I was like, okay, I'll just walk around a little bit more because I don't like it. The mall closes in like 2 hours, so like might as well just kill time. So I just walked around and I ended up in Sephora. And as I was perusing Sephora, I saw that maybe they had like not a cheaper version, but like I think they had like a smaller version which was like cheaper. And I was like, oh, like maybe I should get my mom like the smaller one just in case she doesn't like it. So like even if she wants to use it, she doesn't have to go through as much as like if I were to give her like a 3.4. So I just bought her like a 1 ounce. Because I'm like, okay, like I can't even finish like a big fucking bottle. So I mean, it's like an investment, but at the same time, it's like maybe she wants to like switch it up or something, So I wanted to like make sure like it's like reasonable to get her. I don't know. That's how my brain works, Anyways, but then so yeah, I was in fucking Sephora and I was just like, oh shit, like yeah. So I ended up getting ended up buying fucking black opium in Sephora again, because it was not cheaper, because I bought the smaller version, because I think the one that I bought was either like 1.7, and like Nordstrom, like I don't remember what the fucking thing was, okay? Like I don't remember what the size was. I don't remember if it was like I didn't look at a receipt, whatever. But yeah, so I bought the 1 ounce in Sephora, and then I also bought myself something because I was tempted. Lord forgive me, I was tempted. I was I was doing a little bit of a side mission, and I got myself a little treat. I ended up getting Princess. I'll show you guys my updated collection soon. Maybe I'm planning on like adding a little bit more before I like, because you can like see a little bit back there. But if you guys do want me to do like an updated collection sometime soon, I will. Not sometime soon, probably like later in the year, probably like around the summer, because I am not like into like collecting like a mass amount of things all at once. I want to make sure I'm like putting proper research into it, and I am looking at buying secondhand because I don't really want a fucking full bottle, because that's bullshit. Like I don't need a full bottle. Like I know deep within my heart I don't need a full bottle. So if I buy something from somebody that's like what, like 60% full or like 30% full even, I'm like, I don't give a rat's ass. Like I'm probably gonna be like fine with like 30% full. I'll be so honest with you guys. I do not care. I like if I get like a big bottle or not. Like it's whatever the fuck to me. So my next additions are definitely going to be something from Maison Margiela, something from Replica. That's literally the brand. But I'll probably get something from Replica. Either Bubble Bath. That's a very like basic, very popular one, or it's like After the Rain or some shit, like something with the rain. And then I kind of want to smell Sailing Day one more time, just to like confirm that I like it. Because when I smelled it at Nordstrom the other day, I was like, wow, this is so good. Because okay, I'll go on a little rant, just a little bit of rant. Okay, so like for me, when I first smelled Maison Margiela, I was like, this, okay, I'm not saying the name right probably, so I'm gonna say Replica. So when I first smelled Replica, I was like, I don't really like this. I don't really like this at all, because there's something about it. Because I smelled their most popular scent, which was I think Jazz Club, and I'm like, and I was like, because I am a gourmet. I'm like a gourmand girl through and through, and I'm not through and through. Okay, I'm like a gourmand and like a citrus. Citrus, very kind of fresh, kind of bright, kind of smelling girl. Like I like something that's like not natural, but something that's really subtle, but like also very kind of like intriguing, you know. And so smelling like a really musky, very kind of like tobacco heavy smell like Jazz Club, I was like, this is fucking disgusting, and I want to rip my fucking nose off. No offense to anyone likes Jazz Club, because I know Jazz Club is a very popular scent. It's just in my like with my sense of smell, I might be fucked up somehow. I don't have COVID or anything, but like I think that I don't know, but there's just something about like Jazz Club I just do not like. And so I tried Coffee Break, and for some reason the first time I smelled Coffee Break, I like smelled something like bitter about it. Like there's something bitter and like leathery or like ashy about it that I just did not like. There was just something about it. I was like, yuck, bro. What the fuck is in this bitch? And so I was like, no, like I am not rocking with that. That is not who I am. And then I smelled, I think like Under the Lemon Tree or some shit, and then the other floral scents. I think I ended up skipping like they're more kind of like aquatic and like kind of more like neutral scents, because I was like, okay, those do not intrigue me. I know I was in my mind, I was like, no, like I want something sweet. Like I want to find something that's like a little bit more like kind of caramely, or like a little bit more vanilla. But I didn't find anything within Replica, so I was like, this is so lame. Like I don't like anything in this bitch. And so yeah, that was like my first smell, okay? But then my second smell, which was like a couple of days ago in Nordstrom, I was like, oh wow, because I actually smelled like, you know, Sailing Day, and like, you know, not a walk in the park, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a lazy Saturday, whatever the fuck, Sunday, whatever the fuck. And I actually genuinely like those scents, because this time I picked up like the more kind of sweeter smells. I kind of smelled, I don't think it's actually lychee, but it smells like lychee to me. Or is it lychee? It's lychee or lychee. I don't remember which one it is, but I was like kind of picking that shit up, and I was like, But like, I'll be honest, like Lazy Sunday, Bubble Bath, and I forget the last one, like When the Rain or whatever the fuck, the rainfall or whatever the shit. I'm not gonna lie, those three kind of smell the same to me. So that's why I'm kind of debating whether I should like do like a third smell, just in case. Because I am a person that has to be very secure in their purchases. Because I cannot be like, oh, I like it, and just buy it. Like I have to like smell it multiple times in order to like it. Especially with like an expensive brand like Replica, I have to make sure I like that bitch. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not getting that bitch, okay? And so yeah, that's my thought process on that. I don't know why I went on that tangent. But anyways, yeah, so that's my feelings on Replica. I feel like it might change in the future. I'm not sure. But I have been going on like Mercari and like looking at like listings, and I don't know. I'll peek around. I don't think I want to buy it at full price, I'll be honest with you, because I don't know if it's like a smell that I'll reach towards all the time, but I do want to have something like fresh to wear like at night, because I do wear fragrances at night. Like right now I am wearing Satsuma from Bath and Body Works, like just the body spray. It doesn't last long, but I like the smell. It's like very kind of it's definitely orange. It's very one note orange, which I really like. And I'm also wearing chocolate musk. So I kind of smell like a chocolate orange. But yeah, because I was like I wore chocolate musk today, but then I was like I want to smell it again because it's such a good smell. So I've been making a dent into that because it's a very wintry scent for me right now, so I'm really enjoying it. But anyways, back to my story. Anyway, so yeah, I bought that at Sephora, and turns out, so I ended up buying Princess as well as the Black Opium, and that total came out to be like 130. And I was like, oh wow, like I bought two things here and it was only 130, and then I only bought one thing at the Nordstrom and it was like 140. And so I was like, okay, whatever. I'm like, okay, because I already knew I was gonna return it, right? And so I was like rushing my ass to get back there because it was like what, like 10, because I was like wandering around the entire time. I even like stopped into like fucking PacSun and bought something from like Brandy Melville or whatever the fuck. So I was just doing side missions instead of like just focusing on whatever the fuck I need to do, but whatever. And so I fucking was like rushing back to the Nordstrom because it was like 10 minutes to close. And then so I when I walked in, there was this lady up front, and she was like trying, she was like, I thought she was like putting away like the lipsticks and stuff. But and so I was like, oh hey, do you work here? And she's like, oh no. Okay, I kind of felt bad. She was dressed like super fancy, like kind of like chic, and so I assumed she worked there because she looked like super like professional and well put together. And she's like, no, I don't work here, but like there's a lady over there. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like I'm so sorry for ruining your trip. And then, anyway, so yeah, she pointed me to like this lady, and she was like super fucking sweet. Okay, like this lady was like the sweetest woman ever, and I was like, and then I lied to her basically. I was like, oh, like I texted my dad. Like I was just in here like a couple of hours ago, and I texted my dad that about this because it was my mom's birthday gift, and like turns out sure he has this in her collection. Like I hid the Sephora bag into my Brandy Melville bag. And then so I lied to her and I was like, yeah. And then, so it turns out my mom has his collections, and then I was like, I would buy her something else here, but like you guys are closing in 10 minutes and I don't want to be like a nuisance. And she's like, oh no, that's totally okay, like we can totally do a return. And then so she did the return for me. I like talked to her a little bit, and she's like, yeah, she's like kind of like relating to me even though it's not technically true. She's like, oh yeah, like I'm also a really hard person to shop for because I'm like, I already have everything, so it's really hard to get somebody that has everything. And I'm like, oh yeah, my mom's totally the same way. Oh my god, like, oh my god, I don't know why I was lying to this lady like that. I was just lying for fun. I don't know why. But anyways, we got the return done and did, and I even at the end I was like, oh, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, like, because it was like, okay, I was apologizing because I don't know, like I feel bad for like returning something. I don't know why, I just feel bad because I'm like, I should be like reassured that I'm buying something. Like when I buy something, I have to like make sure I want it, because if like it feels like I'm inconveniencing the worker almost. I don't know, that's just how I feel. Anyways, but yeah, I was like saying sorry because it was also because it was like closing time, and I felt like I was like inconveniencing her because I mean she has to do her job at the same time. It's like I don't want to, like, I don't know, it wasn't that big of a deal. All she did was like scan the thing and just did yeah, it wasn't that bad. Okay, but what was it? But yeah, I was just apologizing. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Like, I wish whatever the fuck. And she's like, oh no, like you're totally fine. Like, and she was like, oh, like you're one of like the sweetest people ever for like even apologizing. And I'm like, no, I'm apologizing because I'm lying to you, babes. I am not apologizing. Well, I am apologizing. Like, I'm apologizing on top of like lying to you. Okay, there's a lot of like it's very nuanced. Okay, I'm not apologizing you because I feel the need to like apologize because I'm making you do your job. Like, it is that, but like it's also because I'm lying to you, but you don't know that because I'm lying to you. And so yeah, and then she let me keep the samples that I got with the purchase, and I was like, that's so sweet. Like, but one of the samples, it was like, I think it's like Le Labo, wherever it's like Lelabo, Le Labo. You know how I am with my L's. I don't know how to fucking say them. Anyways, I think it's a rose one. And I sprayed that on me the other day because it's a little sample. I was like, okay, like I just full scent it. I just full scent it. I didn't even smell it at first. I just put it on my skin. Oh my God, I had to rub that bitch off. It was like so spicy. Ooh, I do not like that. I do not like that. And then, but like I also got the bergamot one. I think it's like bergamot something. I don't know what the fuck it is, but that one smells a little bit better. I do think I like a bergamot over like a rose, because I despise the scent of a fucking rose. I don't know what it is. Just is not right. Just is not right within this economy. I don't know what it is. But yeah, so that's an example of me lying, and that's like something I do like not often, but often enough for me to feel bad about it. You know, I feel like if I didn't feel bad about it, it'd be an issue. But I do feel bad about it, but like not all the time. You know, like sometimes I'm like, well, I'm not lying to you, but I'm omitting information that I already know. You know, I don't even know how to like. I don't even know if I have like an example of like this, because it's just something I do so like regularly. I do like so often within my life that like it's like normal to me, but it shouldn't be normal, because like it's like you guys know that I'm a very like, well, not private person, because I'm out here like fucking talking about my constipation issues and like just talking about whatever the fuck, and like talking about how gay I am, whatever the fuck, right? And but like in person, I'm like a generally like pretty private person. Like I don't like people knowing like what I'm doing and like knowing like where I'm at, because it makes me anxious. Okay, like I think it just makes me anxious for people to like have like an idea of where I am, because I'm like, well, why do you need to know? Like, why do you need to know? Like, it's not your business, this and that, right? Like, it's not that, like, I don't get defensive about it, but it's just like, I don't want people knowing where I am, because it makes me anxious. But like when I go somewhere that's like a little bit dangerous, like if I'm like going out somewhere that's like and the weather's like really precarious, I'll tell my mom. Okay, I'll be like, hey yo mom, I'm like leaving the house to like go to fucking, I don't know, like Sam's Club or something, I don't know, like grocery shopping. So I'll let people know if like it's a really precarious. But if I assess the situation and I think about it and I realize that like the information that I provide is not really substantial or not really worthwhile in like in the conversation or the overall context in itself, I won't say it. But for a lot of people, they'll just like tell them, they'll just provide the information, you know. But for me, it's like if you ask, maybe I'll tell you. But it's like maybe or maybe I won't. But like usually I will tell you, because usually it's very mundane shit. But like most of the time, I'm not gonna tell you, because it's not your business. um, but like okay, I thought of an example. Okay, like one of the things that I'm like really kind of like particular about is like just keeping my plans to myself. I don't like announce my plans to anybody. Like whenever I'm hanging out with a friend, I don't tell my mom or dad. I don't really tell anybody like what I'm planning on doing, because it's not really their business. It's my business, and like it's not. Yeah. So that's just how I think of it, and it's like I don't know how to describe it. Like I'm trying to like not rationalize it, but I'm trying to explain it to somebody who like probably like doesn't think like me. But like I just like I like that like sense of privacy that I have. Like when I don't mind like if I'm hanging out with a friend and my mom asks me where I am, I'll just tell her. But like plans before that, like if someone asks me what I'm doing before that, I'm like, well, it's probably like it's not. I'm not gonna do nothing, but I'm like, oh, like I don't know. I'll just say I don't know, because what if plans fall apart? Like what if like it's I think I'm like scared of lying to them, so I lie to them. Because I'm always anxious that my plans will fall apart. And so I don't want to lie to the person and be like, oh, like I have such an active social life, when most of my plans usually fall through, because I'm a very antisocial person. And so most of the time I say I don't know, because it's not like I'm like indecisive that I don't want to go. It's like I do want to go, but like sometimes plans just don't work out. And so I don't want to lie to that person. Like it's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Like people just ask you how your day is, because it's like small talk, and small talk is very mundane, like just as is, you know, like it does not matter whatsoever. But for me, I just don't like that like a sense of knowing that person, like knowing what I'm doing, or almost. So like I always say like I don't know, or like I'll like lie and be like, oh, like I'm just probably gonna stay home and stuff like that, you know. Like I don't know why I do that. Like I don't know why I omit information like that. I think it's like I don't know. I don't want to like psychoanalyze myself, because that's not something I'm like really like trained in. But I do think it's like a symptom of me just being like weird. Not weird, but like just a little bit like too private. Because I do want to become a person that's a little bit more honest I mean, I am an honest person, but I am like a liar in a lot of ways. And it's not like a manipulative type of liar. It's just like I don't like lie about like big things, you know? Like I don't lie about being in college. I don't lie about having a car. I don't lie about my age. Like I don't lie about that type of shit. Like I don't lie about the big things. I just lie about the small things, which is like I don't know if that's just as bad. Like I don't think it's just as bad, but like it could be. You know, I don't want to look it up because it's gonna read me to filth, and so I'm gonna keep my peace. I'm gonna keep my peace and not read stuff about me online. um, but like just an example, right? One of my friends, so like my friend group, I had like two separate friend groups because there's some drama that went on. So like right now we're in two friend groups, and I have a friend, and so I have a friend. I have a friend that's also in both friend groups, and so we were planning on hanging out with one of our friend groups, and then my friend like and then the friend that's like also in the other friend group announced to that friend group that we were hanging out with the other friend group. And I was just like, that didn't tick me off, right? It didn't tick me off, but it did make me a little bit like, you know, like I kind of wish you didn't say that. Because one, what does that do to the conversation? Like what does that like what does that do to the conversation other than like just I don't know. Like it's not like I want to hide the fact that I'm like friends with like this other friend group, you know, because it's like it's not a big deal. It's like they obviously know that we still hang out with them because it's a well-known fact. But I don't know why you have to like announce to the other group that you have to just be like, "Oh, I'm hanging out with somebody." Like why do you have to be so specific to it? Like I don't understand why you have to like it's not like they ask, "Oh, who are you hanging out with?" They literally like my friend literally offered the explanation. Like nobody like asked them to elaborate. Nobody asked them to like, oh, like who you're hanging out with, like, oh, what's your plans, this and that. Like they just offered the information. And it's like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, girl, because that is a lot. Like that is a lot for me. Not a lot, but like a lot. A lot. Because it's like why are you including me in the plans? Because it's like, oh, Quinn and me are gonna go hang out with so and so. I'm like, oh, wait. Like I am in the plans. But like why did you include me? Like what the fuck? And so when I saw that text, I was just like it didn't like piss me off. Like I said, it didn't piss me off, but I was just like, I don't think I like that. Like, I don't think I like that. I don't like my business being out there. And I think I do know why I don't like that. It's because my mom has a big fucking mouth. And she literally tells, like, my aunts and my family everything about me. Like, she'll tell them, like, when I have the biggest shit in my life. She'll tell them when I have, like, when I fucking, like, rip a hole in my pants or, like, fucking, like, I don't know, like, crash my car and, like, run into a ditch and fucking, like, I don't know, piss myself. Like, she'll tell them fucking everything when it should be a private family, matter. But she'll fucking tell everybody. She has a big fucking mouth. So that's probably where it comes from. I just have like this like anxiety, like if I like overshare too much, like people will like get to know too much about me and realize that like, wow, she is not a good person. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like I'm kind of reading myself right now, but it's not that serious. But yeah, so that's kind of my issue with having like people who are like oversharers within my friend group. It's not like I get annoyed with them or like I don't get angry at them, but I think I do get annoyed. Okay, let me just retract that statement. I do get annoyed, but I don't get angry. Like I don't be like, oh my god, like what the fuck did you say? Like I never ever do that. Like I don't feel the need to like confront them and be like, no, like don't fucking say that. Like that's not their like whatever the fuck. Like that's overreacting, and I know that's overreacting, but like I need to feel my emotions, and that's how I feel. Okay, I feel like annoyed at the fact that like they have to like, well, it's like their business, so they could have easily just said, oh, I'm hanging out with so and so today or whatever the fuck, right, and just exclude me. But like no, they had to put me in there, and I'm just like, okay, like that's my business, babes. Like like I know it's like an us thing, right? Because we're like we're doing it as a group, but like I just don't like that concept of like me also being grouped in, because if I like I don't know how to explain it. It's just it irks me, I suppose. It irks me, but like at the same time, it's like it's not like a friendship breaking thing. It's like I think it's just something I have to work on like personally, because it's not like a bad thing for them to like introduce that information, because it's not bad information. It's just information, you know. It's not anything bad. It's just neutral information, and so that's something that I know that I have to personally work on. It's something that I have to like, you know, like work on myself, because it's not a them issue, you know. But like at the same time, I'm allowed to feel what I feel. And I do feel annoyed, and it has been a really big learning learning barrier, like big like thing where I have to like really kind of allow myself to like be